Well, good evening. Good evening. Wait a second. Everything is messed up here. But good evening, everyone. Nonetheless, welcome to another edition of the Slate. It is the Friday Night Slate, which means that we are sitting around here and asking ourselves, what could we be doing with our lives? And then we answer the question, well, we could be watching professional wrestling, such as WWE SmackDown tonight on Friday. Isn't that right? That's exactly what we're going to do here. We're going to be talking about SmackDown, WWE SmackDown, which debuts in 29 minutes and 8 seconds. So we've got time to chat about it, preview what WWE has in store for us tonight, and just hang out, have a good time, just getting ready for all the shenanigans that are going to happen in the wrestlings. Hope everyone had a great week. I really do hope everyone had a great week. I had a really good week. And I'm going to tell you, I know straight off the bat, my week next week is going to be even better. But I'm just glad. I'm just happy. And I'm happy you guys and gals and everyone in between are here tonight. Such as Floman joining us live. How you doing, Floman? Alonzo Smith, good to see you as well. And Robert Sterling. Nice to see you. Look at this. Manny Santos, our man on the inside of WWE, is here. It's good to have everyone here tonight. Hope you're all enjoying yourselves. Quick couple of notes. Just a couple of quick things. Join the MrWarrenHayes Discord. I can't tell you enough. It's a cool place. We've had some new people join in recently, such as Flowman, who's joined the Discord as well. So it's always nice to see new faces pop in and come in and chat about wrestling. It's a good time. It's a nice place. I think you should do that. Why wouldn't you do that? It's fantastic. DGMC, how are you? We're getting there. We're getting there. DGMC, give me a second. So that's it. So we've got the MrWarrenHayes Discord. And here's the thing. I don't know if you guys heard, but we're doing a comment streak, right? I'm looking to score 10 comments per video, right? Outside of the slates. So anything that's a MrWarrenHayes show, a prediction show, a classic pay-per-view review, anything outside of the slates. Every video that I put out, I'm looking to get 10 comments on each video. And if we can keep the streak up for 10 consecutive videos who have 10 comments on it, at least 10 comments, I will do a live watch of the Goldberg at 54 WWE documentary, which is currently on the award-winning WWE network. Yeah, that's what I'm willing to do. And we're already up to 7 with what happened, thanks to the comments that appeared on the MrWarrenHayes show yesterday. By the way, yesterday's episode of the MrWarrenHayes show is one of my fastest rising videos. I don't know how you say that. One of the one that has been accumulating the most views, the fastest one accumulating views. The views accumulated are the fastest, not the view. A lot of people have been watching it in a very short amount of time, and it's outperforming all of my videos. I really appreciate it. Thank you, everyone who joins me on Thursday nights, and if you can't, who decides to watch it on the side as well. That stuff helps, and I'm sure the comment streak helps. I'm sure that everyone who's jumping in and joining in the discussion there as well. I think it's all helping out at the same time. So I appreciate it. Thank you, everyone, for helping out. Look at this. We've got Evan Wright, who's joined us as well. Imran Abazi is here too. Good to see you, Imran. Oh boy, what have we got? What have we got going tonight? We've got WWE SmackDown. Let's just go ahead. We're going to read off the. We've got 3 things on the stack, and here, full transparency. I'm gonna go through the SmackDown stuff per usual. But Nate F81, good to see you. 81 was such a good year. Welcome to the chat. I'm going to go through the entire the three things that WWE.com has planned for us tonight for SmackDown. It's not all that bad. And I'll probably have time to chat about Andrade after. Or maybe even play some, go back on Sporkle. We'll see how things go. Last week was so bare bones. We had to play a quiz for those of you who were around. All right, let's get to it. Let's start by talking about, I guess, the big thing. The thing that has everyone really hype, right? Y'all are hyped for this. I mean, if you weren't hyped, they wouldn't do it, right? Daniel Bryan and Roman Reigns are having a contract signing for their Universal title match at Fastlane. Let's read the copy from WWE.com, which was written by Michael Burdick. Yes. It was Michael Burdick who's read it. Thank you, Michael. Last week, in a hellacious steel cage match against Jey Uso, Daniel Bryan earned the right to challenge Roman Reigns for the Universal Championship at Fastlane, where he aims to finally humble the head of the table and carry the prestigious title to a main event battle with WWE Hall of Famer Edge at WrestleMania. This week on Friday Night SmackDown, Reigns and Bryan will participate in a contract signing to make that anticipated WWE Fastlane match official. Bryan last battled the big dog for the Universal Championship at WWE Elimination Chamber, squaring off against the self-aggrandizing title holder, outlasting 5 superstars inside the imposing Elimination Chamber. Reigns saw an opportunity to prey upon the fatigued Yes Man, following the grueling contest, granting Bryan his title match the very same night. Okay, we all know what happened. So, no! I am not excited for a contract signing. Who gets excited for a contract signing? Oh, but it gives it a big match feel, Warren. No, it doesn't. It doesn't. It does not give it a big match feel. If WWE decided to do this, to do contract signings once in a blue moon, like for real big time matches, like a contract signing for WrestleMania, a contract signing for SummerSlam, like the major events, the big shows. I'm not trying to do a pun here, not trying to be funny, you know what I mean? If they did that, then yeah, it'd be, big match feel, they're pulling out the contracts. But it's not fun. These aren't entertaining. And it only happens occasionally that the concept gets flipped, where it's like, sometimes, occasionally, the concept gets flipped. Not all the time. On occasion, where you'll have like Bailey who will be like, nah, brah, I'm not signing the contract. And you're like, fantastic. That's what a heel should do. That's what a heel champ should do, is be like, no, I'm ducking this. It's the kind of stuff that I'm like, it's the concept has been dragged through everything. Like the idea, they come, they each cut promos on each other, and then they walk away. Like, it's so boring. It's so boring because you know everything that's going to happen. And to me, it just would not be all that difficult to just flip the script and be like, hey, contract signing. This is cool stuff. And Roman comes to the ring and he's like, what was the last contract signing they had was the thing with Adam Pearce, right? Where it turns out that it was a swerve, so that wasn't so bad. Man, I can't. Contract signings are the worst, and they're lazy creative. It's always like, well, we need to do a segment. What do you need to do? Let's do a contract signing. It's so dull. It is so unfashionably dull. So no, that's, and yes, Daniel Bryan is great on the mic. Roman Reigns is great on the mic. Paul Heyman is great on the mic. It's not that we've got charisma-less people. It's just like, it's such a tired, fatigued, boring segment that doesn't even feel like a big thing anymore. Because it's not hyped like a big thing anymore. Blip, 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 blip. Let's see here. We got some super chats first of all, from Evan Wright. Thank you very much, Evan. With the super chat, he says, Michael Burdick appreciation tweet. I didn't pronounce it the way. Michael Burdick super chat appreciation. I don't think, Evan, I'm really wondering, when will this not be funny? I don't know when this will not be funny. I think it's going to be funny forever. MC Carvalho left us a super chat as well. Thank you very much. Says, don't forget Sasha and Bianca versus Mama Mina and Mama Maddie, Tamina and Natty. Are they? Let me go check the Twitter. Are they doing that? Has that been announced? Because it's not up on WWE.com. Breaking news. Okay, we had Elise Ashton breaking some news here. You're right, absolutely. Sasha Banks and Bianca Belair versus Natalya and Tamina, because of course we have to establish Sasha and Bianca as a tag team. They have to get along or not get along. I'll tell you one thing. Reginald is not out of the picture because now he's following Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler around, right? Because Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler are going to be there. There's something that's going to happen there. There's something that's going to happen. And man, I don't know why they're doing this with Sasha and Bianca. It feels like, why would they? It feels so uninteresting. Because again, it's a trope we've seen so many times, especially in WWE. It's always like their go-to. The two singles people who are going to fight, we're going to put them in a tag team. And when's the last time that was really, really compelling? MC Carvalho also tells us about the 8-man tag with mysteries. Street Profits versus the Alpha. Street Profits with mysteries. Street Profits. Mysteries? Oh, the Mysterios. I was like, wait, is WWE announcing a mystery tag team? Are they? All right, so it's the Mysterios and Street Profits versus the Dirty Dogs and American Un-American Alpha, the Alpha Squad, Team Alpha, the Alpha Academy. That's what they're called. Okay. Correct me if I'm wrong, but this match right now will contain the entirety of the WWE tag team division, right? A SmackDown tag team division, right? Right? Isn't this it? Street Profits, Dirty Dogs, Gable and Otis, and I guess the Mysterios are a tag team. Who am I forgetting? I don't think I'm forgetting it. Chat, feel free to nail me to the cross if I'm wrong. But I feel like I'm not forgetting any tag teams on SmackDown. Flowman seems to agree with me. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. There's no one else. So you're putting your entire tag team division in here. And what are the stakes? Why are the baby faces fighting the heels here? Yeah, they split up Nakamura and Cesaro. True. There's no one else. So, again, why are we having this 8-man tag? Are there any stakes here? You know? I don't know why this match is happening. I don't know why the champions would be doing something here. Yeah, yes, I said stakes, not steak. Not as in a steak. It's just really weird. It's weird. And look, and thank you for the super chat and pointing this out, MC And by the way, thank you for being here. I don't think I properly welcomed you to the show. Like in my opinion, I think this is even deeper proof that you should just merge the tag team titles. Like, what's the point of having tag team titles if you have a rotation of 4 tag teams that you can showcase all of the tag teams in your division in one match? There's no competition. It's just going to be, it's not interesting. It's going to be musical chairs. That's essentially what it's going to be. It's going to be musical chairs. Anyway. Oh, Manny and MC is the same. You're the same? MC Carvalho and Manny, you're the same person? My God. The revelations never stop. The curtain falls. Injection 2K though. Hey, how you doing, Injection 2K? Welcome to the chat. Same to Carlos, who's here as well. And we've also got William Davis. Good to see all of you tonight. Let's see. Bianca Belair and SmackDown Women's Champion Sasha Banks will not only be in the match, but will also be on the KO show tonight because everyone has a talk show in WWE, right? Let's read this. 1 week before WrestleMania, opponents Bianca Belair and SmackDown Women's Champion Sasha Banks team up to challenge Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler for the WWE Women's Tag Team titles at WWE Fastlane. Kevin Owens invites the boss and the EST of WWE to what's sure to be an exciting installment of the KO show. Okay. All right. If you say so, Michael Burdick. Oh, Kristen Ashley, the first lady of the MrWarrenHayes show, is here. Good to see you, Kristen. Hello. Though united in pursuit of those tandem titles, they'll give it both their all when they collide on the grandest stage of them all. Will Owens' talk show bring Bianca and Banks together or tear them apart? It's wrestling! We don't want them to be friends. You know, we don't want the opponents to be like old cousins. It's wrestling. Of course we want them to sort of be split apart. We want some spice, some rivalry. The hell are you talking about, Michael? It's so weird to me, but like I find it strange when you know, talk shows are put over as segments. I mean, you know, it's like, hey, tonight, don't miss interview segments. I'm like, okay, I don't know. It's matches, right? It's matches we want. Cortair 07 or yeah, Cortair 07. I'll call it 07. Rolls off the tongue better than 0. Good to see you and welcome. And Intercontinental Champion Big E returns. This is actually pretty fun though. 3 weeks after sustaining a brachial plexus injury at the hands of Apollo Crews, Intercontinental Champion Big E is back on SmackDown. Relentless pursuit of E's prestigious title has inspired Crews to embrace who he truly is, flaunting his family's wealth, dominance, and power to the WWE Universe. Okay. Crews demands an Intercontinental Championship rematch from the Powerhouse of Positivity and will not rest until the title holder has fallen at his feet. How will E respond to Crews' vicious new attitude? I predict that Big E will relinquish the title directly to Crews. What do you mean, how will he react? We know. He's going to come to the ring and he's going to say, bro, you took me out. You gave me a brachial plexus injury, which is something I had to look up. I had never heard of a brachial plexus injury. Listen, okay. The brachial plexus, I'm pulling this off of the Mayo Clinic's website. The brachial plexus, I don't know if you knew this, is the network of nerves that send signals from your spinal cord to your shoulder, arm, and hand. A brachial plexus injury occurs when these nerves are stretched, compressed, or in the most serious cases, ripped apart or torn away from the spinal cord. Minor brachial plexus injuries known as stingers or burners are common in contact sports such as football. Babies sometimes sustain brachial plexus injuries during birth. Other conditions such as inflammation or tumors may affect the brachial plexus. So essentially, we don't know how serious it was. So ultimately, Big E could have got essentially just a stinger, right? Or maybe he did get his brachial plexus compressed. Like, there's things that we need to know. Like, if he had to miss 2 weeks, we can only assume that the signs were like that he had weakness or inability to use certain muscles, complete lack of movement, perhaps, or just severe pain, right? So, it's always and basically he tweaked the nerve. That's essentially what he did. He tweaked the nerve. So I'm like, okay, he misses 2 weeks but doesn't it sound much more dramatic when you say brachial plexus? He injured his brachial plexus, and you're like, my God, how long is he going to be out? Is he going to be okay? Will he ever be able to carry his child? But when you go, oh, it's a stinger. You're like, oh, okay. Brachial plexus. Anyway, what were we talking about? Hey, JL, good to see you. Welcome to the chat. Happy Yerusaf Day to you too. Yeah, no, so the match look, I'm on the fence in regards to Apollo Crews' gimmick. I don't know how cringe it is yet. I find him suddenly discovering an accent to be cringe. And it kind of along the lines of Kofi Kingston's old Jamaican accent, which, doesn't exist anymore. I don't know how to feel about it. I don't know about the visual of him coming to the ring with the military guy. Look, I don't know why they suddenly felt like they had to really go hard on this. But, had to develop this whole new persona. Not that the promo he cut last week wasn't good. I thought it was. I thought he did a great job, but in and about itself, I'm like, it made me feel uncomfortable, personally. But I had a lot of friends. I always turn to some moral compasses, I guess, or some social compasses on my circle, on my timeline, and see how they're reacting. Most of them didn't necessarily have an issue with it. I'm like, oh, okay, maybe I'm looking for stuff that isn't there, but it still felt a little weird to me. But back to Big E, I am thrilled. I think we're all better off with Big E on television than not. It's a shame that he's in this perpetual cycle with Apollo Crews, because I think there's a lot of matches that we should be getting out of Big E in this singles run. Let's just see how things go tonight. Like I said, I'm just happy. I'm happy whenever Big E is on television. That is a plus. So, here's the thing. SmackDown is a consistently better show than Raw. But then again, just about anything is a consistently, pretty much everything is a consistently better show than Raw these days. So as far as SmackDown goes, I enjoy it. I think it's a good time overall. It's, there's a lot more good than bad on the show. I am not excited for a contract signing. I don't know. like, frankly, I'm going to tell you, for the women's tag team match tonight, just before I wrap up, my prediction here is that Tamina and Natty are going to win the match because Sasha and Bianca, there'll be some miscommunication, won't be able to quite get along, so that, or probably because of, and they'll get this miscommunication because of Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler are going to come and stick their nose in the business. So, there's going to be cast a shadow of doubt over whether they can win the titles. And we know they're not going to win the titles. That's the thing. So there we go. That's SmackDown for tonight. Today there was a big rumor being reported by multiple news outfits that Andrade Cien Almas, El Ídolo, asked for his release on Monday at the Raw tapings. No confirmation on to whether he's been granted his release just yet. But I was actually this morning chatting with Kristen, and she brought that to my attention. It was like, hey, Andrade removed the WWE from his Twitter handle, and his he's from his bio as well. You can't see it anywhere. And I go on it, and he's posting pictures of him responding to Rush, posting pictures of the Los Ingobernables. I'm like, oh, what's going on? I did start getting curious, and then a little later in the day, the reports start to leak out. I know Andrade was taken out with an injury. Was taken out for an injury. He was being nursed back to health, but he's been ready to go for a while. He hasn't been on the injured reserve for a bit now. And let's not forget that Andrade did not get drafted this year. He was not drafted by either SmackDown or Raw. Now, if I'm Andrade, regardless of who I'm dating in the company, if I'm Andrade and I'm literally being told by creative, we have nothing for you. We have so little for you, Andrade, that we are not going to put you in the draft. And it stays like that. Of course, at some point, you're going to start giving people benefit of the doubt. But then you're going to be like, yeah, you know what? No, I'm done. What am I waiting around here for? Why am I still in this company being wasted away while I'm in the prime of my career? The guy is just over 30. 32, I think. Like, he's just about there. 31. Thank you, Evan. He's just on the cusp of, he's got so many great years ahead of him. And the thing is, boys and girls, and I saw this a few times on Twitter, people talking about how, oh, you're just mad that they're not pushing an indie darling, And that's what I'm like, yeah, I'm not talking to you. You don't know what you're talking about. Because Andrade he has never been an indie darling. Andrade is a massive international star. He is a massive star in CMLL. He wrestled in New Japan. He has been wrestling, he's been wrestling only for major international companies for the past 10 years of his life. There's nothing indie about him. And the thing here is that he is a world-class talent that is being wasted in WWE. Not even the question of he should be a main eventer. That's not even the thing. He's not even on the cards. They're not even having him wrestle. That is wasteful. I hope Andrade gets the hell out of there. And I hope you guys enjoyed this edition of The Slate. I am going to check out now because we are going to go watch SmackDown. I hope you guys and gals have a great weekend. Thank you so much for showing up tonight. I'll be back Monday for another Slate. See you then. Bye-bye.